In the quaint market square of Castello, the sun dipped low, casting elongated shadows that danced across the cobblestones. The air was thick with the aroma of yeast and sugar, a comforting scent that belied the tension gripping Lucia's heart. Today marked the beginning of her investigation into the mysterious death of Giovanni, the beloved baker. As the clock struck 9 a.m., Lucia approached Marco, the first suspect, who was busy arranging pastries at his stall. His dark hair glistened with sweat, and his charming smile seemed somewhat forced. "Marco, may I ask you a few questions?" Lucia inquired, her voice steady despite the nervous flutter in her stomach. Marco's response was evasive, his innocence feigned as he wiped his hands on a flour-dusted cloth. The rivalry between him and Giovanni was well known, and Lucia's probing questions about the previous night and the altered recipe seemed to unsettle him. As she walked away, the lively chatter of the market faded, replaced by the sound of her own heartbeat. The investigation was just beginning, and Lucia knew she needed more evidence to unravel the truth behind Giovanni's untimely demise. Marco stood amidst his pastries, his dark hair glistening with sweat under the morning sun. His smile, usually charming, seemed forced as Lucia approached him with questions. The rivalry between him and Giovanni was no secret, and Lucia's inquiry about the previous night seemed to catch him off guard. "I was busy preparing for the festival," Marco claimed, his voice betraying a slight tremor. Lucia noted this, her pen scribbling furiously in her notebook. The altered recipe was a point of contention, and Marco's dismissive response about innovation did little to quell Lucia's suspicions. As she moved away from the stall, the bustling market seemed to quiet, the weight of the investigation pressing heavily on her shoulders. The pieces of the puzzle were slowly coming together, but much remained obscured. Lucia knew she had to dig deeper, to uncover the truth hidden beneath layers of rivalry and jealousy. Lucia's next stop was the cozy kitchen of Nonna Rosa, where the warmth of the room contrasted sharply with the tension of the investigation. Nonna Rosa was kneading dough, her hands moving rhythmically, yet the atmosphere was thick with unspoken words. "Nonna, did Giovanni ever mention any threats?" Lucia asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Nonna Rosa paused, her hands stilling as she considered the question. "He spoke of jealousy, but I thought it was just baker's banter," she replied, her voice tinged with regret. Lucia's mind raced as she processed this new information. Jealousy, rivalry, and now a sabotaged recipe. Each clue added a new layer to the mystery. The investigation was gaining momentum, but the path to the truth was fraught with uncertainty. Lucia knew she had to remain vigilant, to piece together the fragments of evidence that would lead her to the heart of the mystery. As the morning unfolded in the market square of Castello, the investigation into Giovanni's death took on a life of its own. Lucia, with her keen eye for detail, navigated the bustling environment, piecing together clues that would lead her closer to the truth. The tension was palpable, each interaction and observation adding to the mounting suspense. From Marco's evasive answers to Nonna Rosa's revelations of jealousy, the threads of the mystery were slowly unraveling. Yet, much remained hidden, and Lucia knew that the path to resolution would require patience and perseverance. As the sun continued its ascent, casting new shadows across the cobblestones, Lucia steeled herself for the challenges ahead. The investigation was far from over, and the truth, though elusive, was within reach. Stay tuned to Storyteller for the unfolding of this gripping tale, where every clue counts and every detail matters.